Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Wait, I was not expecting it to be this good.
What was it like growing up albino?
I had to grow into it. You know, growing up albino, especially in the Bronx, you know what I mean? Like in the hood, you know what I mean? You just gotta deal with it. My mother and my father both have albinism.
Oh, wow.
So me and all my brothers have albinism. My father told me that since I was a kid. It's like, yo, you different. We different.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you could do about it. You gotta just learn to love it. And he raised us to keep your head up, look people in their eyes when you talk to them. You know, like don't walk with your head down, you know? Things of that nature, like instilling those qualities in us so that we feel good about ourselves when we walk, you know what I mean?
When you go in public, do you usually get stared at?
Yeah, no, hell yeah, sure people stare. It's normal.
Yeah.
Because it's been that way since I was a kid. It's kind of like a rarity that people don't usually see. If somebody sees me walking on the street on like 42nd Street, they may never see someone like me again.
When you see another person with albinism, do you just have that like,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Anytime. And it's funny because like, it's one of those things where, like I was saying before, right? Some people can't handle it. So some people do walk with their head down, you know, or some people like, you know, have a hoodie on or whatever the case at all times when they go outside and they're scared and, you know, whatever. But like, when I be like, I'll tap them and be like, yo, bro, keep being you,
Yeah.
you know?
Because you're like the 1% of the 1%,
Yeah.
you know? like in the Bronx, black people are not a minority.
Yeah.
But albinos,
Exactly.
that's like,
Hell yeah. African-American albino, like, you know what I mean? Black albino is like super rarity.
you're gonna have to pretend it's good.
I mean, I would say that I'm not easy to draw.
Nah,
You know, some people you look at and you like, you look easy to draw.
yeah. Well, you just got your own look. So you've been a model for over a decade.
Yeah.
So do you have any thoughts on how beauty standards have changed over time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, because I remember being young and like, you know, there was only like slim, you know, perfect facial featured models in like the magazines, the advertisements, the commercials, things like that. I think that nowadays, the industry has shifted for the real person. You know what I mean? Like instead of just booking like the most beautiful people, sometimes they choose the realest people, you know, like people who have that sense of, how can I say, like that normality kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the grunge, a little grunge.
Or like the unique person, you know what I mean?
What does it feel like to get scouted as a model? Were you flattered? Were you surprised?
So I was street casting. I thought it was a scam. You know what they say, like, oh, like when people approach you on the street or something, like they say, hey, like we want you to model for us or whatever, then they usually try to get like money out of you or something like that.
Yeah, oh, you got to pay for these headshots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought it was something like that, but it actually wasn't. And it turned out to be a life-changing event. You know, having that realization like, oh, I can model. Like I can actually do this. Life-changing to say the least.
What's the model scene in New York City like?
Model scene in New York City is pretty small. The people here in New York City, like the people who are from New York City that model, they're pretty chill, they're pretty cool. The people who come from other places though, like California or whatever the case, like they could be a bit snobbish, I
Yeah.
would say, because they're always getting catered to or pampered or whatever the case.
Have you felt that in your own life?
What?
Being catered to or pampered because you're a model?
Oh yeah, definitely. The industry in itself, when you're a beautiful person, or if the industry deems you to be a beautiful person, like you get a lot of benefits. But I mean, in general, in life, pretty privilege is pretty cool because like anywhere I go, no matter where I go, people stop, they stare, they ask me questions. Especially in Mexico, they stop me on the street and be like, "Oh, like, can we take a photo with you?" It's like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been in any weird situations as a model?
Yeah, actually, I was shooting a fashion film for Bershka in Mexico. We went to a volcano.
You shot in the volcano?
Yeah, it's dope as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you gotta walk like 2 miles into the volcano, like in like these tunnels and shit. And you get there, and then it's like you're on the moon. But I almost fell in the lava. Literally. Like, that was very weird, uncomfortable, and I could have been dead.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Ah, no way. This is fire as fuck. I love it. But I was not expecting it to be this good. Follow Portrait Project for more dope interviews with people like me and other interesting humans.
Hell yeah. Thank you, bro.